Hello, 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 hello. Okay, we are going to do history now. So, we are studying Lewis and Clark. And something that they used to do on their travels was to make sketches and keep journals. How else do you think we know all the stuff that we know about Lewis and Clark? Because they kept journals like, Dear Diary, yesterday I was traveling through the Rocky Mountains and the people we've met here, they call them the Shining Mountains, and I saw a bear. Ooh, and this is what he looked like. And then they drew a picture of a bear. Okay, so I sent to you this beautiful handy dandy activity manual page. On this page are some awesome pictures of items of things that Lewis and Clark actually saw on their travels. These are things that they actually sketched into their books. Now, not this exact picture, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I want you to write over here William Clark, because these are the things that William Clark drew and journaled, not his exploration partner, okay? So with your little pencil, we're gonna go like this. By William Clark. Okay, it's already on the page, but when we write it down too, it really helps us to remember, like when we do our spelling activities. Okay, so write it down, and I'll help it stick in there much better. By William Clark. Okay. Now, what we're going to do with this page right now is we're going to connect items to the places on the map where he saw them. And if you take a look at the titles, it's really pretty much going to help you figure it out. Like up here in this top corner, it says Pacific Coast Canoe. Really? I wonder where he saw that. It might have been somewhere on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so take your handy dandy pencil and draw a line from the Pacific Coast Canoe. You know what? I'm going to make you draw it all the way to my hometown, Carmel. Watch this. All right. You see this little divot? Like a little miniature deer took a little bite out of California. That's actually Monterey Bay. Boop. Okay, and like right at the bottom of it is Miss Caitlin's home with her parents. Okay, so this is where he saw the Pacific Coast Canoe. Where do you think he saw the Rocky Mountain pheasant? Let's draw a big arrow from the Rocky Mountain pheasant up to the Rocky Mountains. Yay! Okay. Plains Indian battle axe. Take an arrow from that Plains Indian battle axe. Where do you think? Oh, I think to the plains. That must be where he saw it. Okay, and last but not least, northwest Indian arrow. Now remember the directions of the globe: north, south, west, and east. Okay, so we're gonna go north and west. Boom. This is right about where he saw the northwest Indian arrow. So draw a picture from that northwest Indian arrow. We'll draw an arrow from that northwest Indian arrow to the northwest corner of the United States. Okay, so remember, their journey began in St. Louis, and they followed the Missouri River, which is not on this map, and they went to Fort Mandan and Fort Clatsop all the way here. So yeah, they probably saw the canoe somewhere around here. I mean, if we're really going to be accurate, because that's where their journey ended. But I wanted to show you where Carmel was. Okay, so anyways, this is where I did that. And then they boop, boop, tap, tap, boop, boop, all the way back. Okay? So that is this fun dealio. What I want to do with you next. This is done. So we read the labels and we drew lines from each drawing to the area on the map where the item might have been seen by Clark. I mean, these are not exact places, okay? And then here on the bottom, we have a think about it. Lewis and Clark recorded the things they saw on their trip by keeping drawings and writings in journals. You know how in the morning we make up stories? Well, Lewis and Clark had their own journals, but they didn't make up the stories. They were recording what they were seeing, what they were hearing, and what they were experiencing in their journals so that people could learn. So our journals are what we would call fiction, made up, make believe, but their journals were nonfiction. They were not made up. It was actually happening to them. It was their real experiences. And so what I want to do with you now, I want to go on a little expedition. Now, it's not a coonskin cap or anything, but what I really should have is a coonskin cap. But we had one in the kitchen and it looked really dirty, so I threw it away. So I've got my little, straw hat right here. What else did I bring? And I've got my leather fur-tipped coat. And I'm gonna go on an expedition with you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I want you to do at home. I'm going to go on an expedition outside with a journal. Okay, if you don't have a journal at home, grab a piece of paper. You know what I'm going to grab? I'm going to grab scratch paper from the bin. Here we go. So I'm grabbing some scratch paper from the bin, coming over, boom, boom, bam, 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 scratch paper. Grab a couple pieces, you never know. Boom, scratch paper. And then I'm coming over here. Ah-cha-chow. And I'm grabbing something, a hard surface to write on. Could be a book, could be your binder, could be your homework log. I have a clipboard. Okay, so clipboard. The way that Lewis and Clark would make journals and drawings, sometimes they would sketch on the road. They would see something and they make a quick sketch of it. And then when they were back in camp, they would finish the sketch. They would do the shading. They would add more detail. Sometimes they would pick up an item that was small enough to carry for them and store it until they had gotten back to camp, and then they would do a detailed sketch of that item. So there's, as we learned in science, there are different kinds of soils all over the earth for different plants to grow in. The trees and the plants on the East Coast are different than the trees and the plants on the West Coast. So he might pick up leaves and study them and draw them. He might pick up flowers, rocks. He might find bones of animals. He might find arrowheads, all kinds of things, fish hooks. Okay, so let's go on a little expedition. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go on a little expedition. Home. Do I have my keys? I need to have my keys. That would be bad. All right, I got my keys. Going on an expedition outside because Lewis and Clark did not travel through the bowels of a building to find the other side of the United States. So we're heading outside. Look, everybody, it's your school. Did you miss it? Oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna go grab some leaves from that tree. Going on my expedition. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna make a quick sketch of this tree. Check this out. Boom, boom. Here's my paper. I'm looking at this tree and I'm going, ooh, there's some branches over here, and then there's some branches coming up this way, and like that, and like that, and like that. And over here, I hear voices of people over there. And then there's little leaves like this. Little leaves. All right, so I'm making a quick sketch like that. Do you see that? Quick sketch. Okay, and then I grab some leaves. I go like this. Keep that. And I go, oh, look at these cool rocks. Look at these cool rocks. I'm gonna grab a rock to sketch when I get back to my classroom. Gotta keep going, keep going. Oh, that's a cool plant. Okay. I'm gonna sketch that plant too. Here we go, sketching. Sketch that one over here. And it goes. It's got like weird nubbiness over here, and it's in a pot. Okay, I got the thing, I got the sketch, I got me. Here we go. Drop my leaves. Here we go, here we go. More of the yard is Mr. Zach and Amelia. Yeah, yeah. Here it is. Oh, look at this cool thing. All right, I'm gonna make one last sketch. This interesting cultural center. Here we go. Tables. Right. Okay, and more tables. And then some more tables over there. Bye! Look at that. All right. Okay, and this is what I would call like you know, the meat area. M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T. I get the meat area, and this is a succulent that I drew, and then this is a tree. Okay, see my little sketch pad? All right, I got a meat area, succulent plant, and a tree. Okay, and now that's it. That's all I need for my expedition. I'm coming back. Here we go. I'm heading back to camp with a rock and some leaves. I'm going to make some more detailed sketches. Okay? Ooh, excuse me.
A lot of 8th grade memories that just need.
Okay, we don't need to hear that. All right, here I am in my classroom. My expedition is complete. I've got my leaves. I've got my rock. All right, so now that I have the shape of the tree, I can do a smaller sketch of my leaves. Okay? The leaves they've got little edges to them. Okay, and they're coming off of a little branch. Okay, I got my rock. I'm gonna trace my rock. I mean, why not? Okay, he's got little divots and things going on all over him. He's got pockets. Kind of looks like moon cheese. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and these are really dark. I'll use my finger to rub that in. Okay, now you can take a look at my sketches. I'll turn my, I guess I can't. You can take a look at my sketches. You see my little rocky man here? And the detail of my leaves. Yeah? Okay, the tree, and then I'm gonna label it detail. All right, and I'm gonna sign it. And date it. Okay, see that? Signed and dated. Okay, so what I want you to do today is I want you to take an expedition outside. Doesn't have to be far, doesn't have to be long, okay? I want you to do some quick sketches out there, and I want you to bring some items back and pretend that you have returned to Camp Base, like Lewis and Clark. You're being William Clark, and you're doing extra sketches of your work. And when those are done, I want to see them. I want you to send me a picture of your work and your sketches. Not only for me to know that you're doing it, but to see what you're seeing and to know what you're knowing, okay, to be a part of your project. Tomorrow, you can do a nonfiction journal entry of your day. You can tell me everything that's happening, okay? I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy your expedition, and I can't wait to hear all about it. I miss you, I love you, and I'm praying for you. We're gonna see each other real soon. Bye.